Favorite first-round matchups? And you got circled already? I'll run you through some of the ones that jumped off the page to me, then you take it wherever you want. Yep. In the East region, we talked about it. Number 8, Memphis against number 9, Florida Atlantic. Number 6, Kentucky against number 11, Providence. Bryce Hopkins against his former school. That's terrific. Number 5, Duke against number 12, Oral Roberts. That's Max Asmus against the Blue Devils. Should be terrific. In the West region, number 4, UConn versus number 13, Iona. Awesome. Dan Hurley, Rick Pitino. Yeah. Number 8, Arkansas. Number 9, Illinois. That's 2 big brands. Should I pick Illinois just to ruin Tom Fornelli's week?
You got to. That's actually. Oh, I just realized. Don't you have to take A&M to the Sweet 16? You got A&M over Texas. I believe that's the deal, is it not?
Well, how about this? I didn't even remember that. I didn't even remember saying that. I have.
At least and we'll get to this. I think you said Sweet 16.
I have Texas A&M in the Elite 8.
Okay.
Well, I have Texas A&M in the Elite 8.
Love it.
In the South region,
yeah.
Hey, I'll put my bracket where my mouth is. I'm not going to sit here and talk for 7 minutes about how they underseeded Texas A&M and then not take the Aggies all the way to the Elite 8. So I got them in the Elite 8. In the South region, first-round matchups that are interesting, number 5, San Diego State versus number 12, Charleston. Number 6, Creighton versus number 11, NC State. And then in the Midwest region, number 5, Miami versus number 12, Drake. Somebody tweeted me a picture of Drake standing in a Miami sweatshirt. So that's interesting. Number 4, Indiana versus number 13, Kent State. That's in the Midwest. And number 7, Texas A&M versus number 10, Penn State in the Midwest. 2 teams that have been playing well down the stretch. So those are some first-round matchups that sort of jumped off the page to me. Either they're really compelling games or they've got nice storylines attached to them.
Yeah, I'll give you a few of my favorites. San Diego State, Charleston, man. Just contrasting styles. Charleston's going to be a very trendy. There's going to be a few.
Is that the game? Is that the game with the 2 schools furthest away from each other?
Ooh, that's got to be it. Yeah, that's got to be it. Hold on one second. Let me get a different bracket. Hold on. I'm getting the bracket with the regions. All right, I'm here. Switching out my bracket so I can look at where these games are getting played. All right, so San Diego State, Charleston. That's Orlando. Man, see, and you got the 5. Now you're the 5. You don't get the geographic preference. You're flying across the country there. Charleston, I guess it's drivable. I think Virginia Furman is Furman. That is a sneaky upset potential there. Sticking in the South right now.
What if Furman's mascot was just a really hairy man?
Furman.
They were the Furman's Furman. The Furman Furmans.
It's a paladin though. You know what
I know, but they should be the Furmans, the Furman Furmans, and it'd just be a guy with a hairy back.
Yeah. All right.
Why do I have to come up with all the good ideas?
That's what they're saying. Those are the 2 in the South. Those are my 2 favorite in the South. My 2 favorite in the East. Give me Memphis. Memphis FAU is my favorite game of the first round. That's going to go down in Columbus, and I hate that one of those teams is going to be out. That's a major bummer. That's a Friday game. And then my second favorite game in that region is Duke Oral Roberts. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Max Asmus? ORU's the hottest team in the country going up against a Duke team that's found its stride, but it's drawn this 12 of all 12s. Tremendous stuff there. Shouts to Nada, by the way. He's tossing up some HQ graphics here on the YouTube channel. That's some good producing right there. Those are my 2 favorite in the East. Scoot over to the West, the right side of the bracket. My 2 favorite in the first round here, UConn Iona. Come on, man. Dan Hurley, Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino getting his Big East tune-up. These 2 are going to face each other next season. See where Rick lands, but it seems inevitable. Rick's going to the Big East. So I love that. I'll also get St. Mary's, VCU, and Albany. I'm getting that Miami Drake game as well. I'm getting it. Oh, dude, I lucked out. Albany, big-time site. St. Mary's, so Arkansas, Illinois, and UConn Iona are my 2 favorite in the West. Arkansas, Illinois, that is flip a coin and pick it. Don't overthink it. Seriously, do not overthink it. Musselman versus Underwood, they've lived a few lives this season, and that is my favorite second favorite 8-9 game to FAU Memphis. Just a wonderful, wonderful matchup there. And then in the Midwest, my two favorites are, I would say that Miami Drake game. I don't have the guts to take Drake. Shame on me. I got to go Miami, but that's wonderful. I'll be getting that in Albany. Looking forward to it. And then, yeah, I'll stick with it, man. I got to say Indiana, Kent State. Rob Senderoff, former Indiana assistant who fell on the sword for Kelvin Sampson, faced NCAA sanctions, easy for me to say. And he has been just rolling for a decade plus at Kent State. And they get in. That is boy. Feels like it might be an upset. Feels like your boy might have that upset in his bracket. So 2 per region. My 3 favorites overall in order. Memphis FAU. You kind of is not really top 3. I love the storyline. I'd say generally I would say Memphis FAU 1, San Diego State Charleston 2, Indiana Kent State are my 3 favorite first round matchups.
I was sitting in my hotel room last night getting some work done and watching games, and you tweeted that you had texted with Rob Senderoff before the game and asked for his playlist, pregame playlist.
Yeah. He's a huge Pearl Jam fan, so I knew he'd be listening. And I was wondering genuinely, was he going live show? Was he going studio album? And he tossed to me. He's like, I went a little binaural, no code, and then binaural if I got the time to do it. And he was dialed in. So I appreciate that. Sorry to interrupt you, but I want to give it
no. So I was like, I don't know. This is the way my mind works. You probably notice if you listen to the podcast, like something pops into my head and then I stick with it. And so I was like, man, I haven't listened to No Code in probably 20 years. Because just like everybody my age was a Pearl Jam fan once upon a time, perhaps still is. But like if you were growing up in the 90s or in high school in the 90s, it was impossible not to be into Pearl Jam. Like were they the biggest band in the world at the time?
In some ways, yes. And then they refused to work with Ticketmaster, and then they fell off the map, but their popularity dipped with a quickness there. But it went like, yes, they were among the most popular bands, and they
probably 3 for probably 3 or 4 albums. They were arguably the biggest band in the world.
Also prided themselves on hating Pearl Jam, so there was that kind of fan out there as well. So
yeah, there was a moment where and they are one of the few bands from that era that can still sell out arenas. Like today, they can still sell out arenas. Like when we were teenagers, like the Stones could still sell out football stadiums, and Robert Plant and Jimmy Page could still sell out an arena. But typically you're a big rock band, then you at the height of it, you're in arenas, and then who knows where you might be at casinos by the time it's over. Pearl Jam still today can sell at arenas. Anyway, so I go and I put on No Code, and it was wild. It's like I still knew every word to every song. I haven't heard it in 20 years. I knew every word to every song. And then here was my favorite part. So after it's over, I listen to Apple Music, and after it's over, the album's over, it just automatically starts playing similar things. So the next 3 songs that came on, I hadn't heard these songs in years. Tomorrow by Silverchair.
Yeah, baby.
Outshined by Soundgarden.
Oh boy, that's a good one. What's our last one?
Dead and Bloated by Stone Temple Pilots.
I am feeling like a roll. Yeah, that's good stuff right
that
there.
Somebody gave me